charging.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Oh my god. It's white. Yeah. Alright. I'm almost there. I can feel it in my bones. Let's take a look at this map.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Alright. Just to give a reference point here, I'll show you where I started from. Grimwood Ring. Alright, that's inside the bubble here. But on the very edge of it. Well, not really the edge of it. Let's see if I can pull up the power play to show you. Yeah, pretty close to the edge of it. Right over there. Pretty good. Or is this exactly? 17,018.12 light years away currently. It's not bad. Done probably about 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, well, back up to 4,000 light years a day since Tuesday. Get distracted a lot. I have a friend of mine who is already there, beat me about a day and a half ago, and another friend of mine also who is headed that way. Recommend whoever's getting it though to make sure that you're ready. So I don't think I was, and it sucks. I'm kind of bored. Super monotonous, but it's worth it once you get there. There's plenty of stuff to do. Doesn't have nearly all the modules right now, but it has a lot of ships. There's a lot of mining. Go trade out there. Not a terrible amount of combat. I don't think there's many pirates currently. The way here, I've literally seen nobody. Not a single person. There are a few stations on the path. It's the safest way to go. It's already discovered and it is ready to go just in case you do make mistakes on the way. You know, mess up while you're fuel scooping or crash onto a planet if that's what you're into, or you think you're running out of fuel. Or, for a good portion of my trip I was using neutron stars to kind of slingshot myself forward, and if you decide to do that yourself, then you run the risk every single time of actually damaging your modules every neutron star you hit by a small percentage, depending on how long you're in there. For instance, you know, everything slowly degrades over time anyways, but this speeds up the process. I want to say like every 4 or 5 my FSD would drop below 90%, and I would repair it with the auto field maintenance unit. That's not one of the better ones you can get, but it does repair it, and every time it hit 80 I would go. I had a few scary situations where I nearly lost the ship a couple of times, just carelessness and not paying attention, being bored, looking away or something. It was an interesting day. Today I will make it, hopefully, all the way there. I want to, at least. If I don't... Oh god. See? That's what happens. You're not fucking paying attention. Ay ay ay. That's why I tell myself and made sure that carried heat sinks with me and an auto repair manual modules, just in case. The last thing you want to break is your fucking canopy, because you're gonna die. Little tip for anybody who doesn't know, in case your modules do go down and you don't have an auto repair module, right down here is the reboot repair function on your functions tab, which is right side of the deep touchpad. And what it's going to do is going to shut off all your modules, and it's going to try to repair them and reboot them. It's a possibility that you could get something fixed, but if your canopy's broken, you're kind of fucked. So get yourself a good life support, get up to 25 minutes, and might be long enough for you to get back to a base, or you know, stare into the void for a little bit longer. So I just made the stupid mistake of not paying attention. Got a little too close to that star over there. That was super fun. Should have paid attention. Started talking too much and wasn't looking where I was going. Somebody's sending me messages. Hold on. Give me a second here. Take a look. What's up, Jay? I don't think we know each other, but it's nice to meet you, brother. Let me get prepared here. Get that second screen going so I can look at comments. Cool. Now let's get out of here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm not too worried about taking slight hull damage. A friend of mine really messed up. He would panic all the time if he took a little bit of heat damage. He'd drop a heat sink, which is total waste. I didn't take any damage for getting close to 90%. You take very little damage once you get to 100, but if you sustain that for a while, you start to take a lot. And I don't know what he would do. He was just like, you know, wasn't paying attention, and he would just fly right into the fucking star while he was scooping, or you know, trying to get past it, and he would almost destroy his ship. And I think that if you're going to do something like this... Oh, shit, I do remember. Jay. Yes! I do remember you, Jay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up, man? Sorry, I'm not good with names. Play the Division anymore, I can't handle it. I know a lot of people won't do exactly the way I'm doing. This is a different kind of method of trying to get somewhere, so literally just scoop and go. Some people will want to actually scan the areas that they're in, and say if you want to do that, and it's going to take you a little extra time to actually move forward, you can have the potential of making quite a lot of money once you turn it all in. But you also have the potential of losing everything as well, so I just figured I'd just go.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping.
Did you not like it? Is that why you quit?
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Oh my god. Well, like every single game that's repetitive that's out now, that's online, and you know, the only good thing about this game is that it's well, not the only good thing, but it's procedurally generated. You can do whatever you want to do. So I got tired of killing things, so I went and did something else. I got tired of doing that, so I went and did something else. Now I'm doing this. At least it's not like The Division, where it's literally the same shit, and they just fucking change the look of it. Call it something different. Still shit if it smells like shit. But you're not really gonna find any game out now that's not repetitive. That's like multiplayer and online only. Non-repetitive games are usually single-player games, and even then they're still mildly repetitive. Just like being alive. Same shit every day. Wake up. Go to work. Oh, well, I guess you gotta put your shoes on before you go to work. Wake up. Put your shoes on. Go to work. Because you gotta work. Because you gotta have a job, apparently. Gotta go to work. Then you come home from work. Then you go to sleep. Then you wake up. You do it all over again. For years. And what's your reward at the end of it? You die. Some people live longer than other people. Some people don't live very long at all. Alright.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Almost there.
Charging.
Not really. Not really at all. Kind of. 3 more hours. Maybe. I'll put my head down and go.
Fuel scooping.
Alright. Sure.
Fuel scooping complete.
46 jumps to the next 1,000. Bye.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, let's scoop here and show any new guys
Fuel scooping.
where I'm at. Let's get a little bit closer. Alright, so I'm in both CUZ0 or D578. I don't know where the fuck that's at. But it's right here, apparently. Right in the middle of nowhere. I am about, I don't know, 800, so 7 or 800 light years away from my current, let's see where this one's at. Yeah, about 900, probably. 900 light years from where I have to go. And then I gotta pull out another 1,000 light year block, and then probably 1 or 2 more, and I'm at fucking Colonia, guys. These are actually some of the stations. If you were to start at Saul, which is in this general area, I actually started from Grimwood, which is near the bottom of the bubble, right there by Scythians, that I have marked here. I'm going out to Colonia to actually help support a minor faction and just be a part of something new. Bubble's pretty, heavily populated currently, and honestly on the PlayStation 4 there's a lot of frame rate issues and just like loading issues that have to do with just having too many people around, especially in an open game world that's procedurally generated. That's just a problem, and hopefully they can fix that. I haven't had any issues since I left the bubble. First place I hit was right here. This is I don't remember the names of the stations. Hold on, I'm gonna pull them up. They all have particular names, but there is a path, a safe path to take to get to Colonia. There's other paths that you can take as well, or you can just make your own. You could do neutron star, highway slingshot method type deal. Get there a little bit faster. I think the record is 90 minutes on a predetermined route somebody plotted out on their own, and heavily engineered ship. He went in. This isn't something that we'd have access to currently because I don't think a lot of people have really heavily engineered their ships yet, like this guy did. Each one of these is about 1,000 to 2 or 3,000 light years apart. This is one of the prettiest ones here. Is actually in the Lagoon Nebula. It looks like green and orange outside, but it's actually like purple and blue on the inside of it. I hit the Omega Nebula on the way there just to see what it was like. It was really pretty as well. I skipped all that. Got to Eagle's Landing. None of these outposts will you actually be able to... hold on, let me get out of here real quick so I don't overheat my ship. You cannot outfit once you leave. Those are only repair and refuel only. You can get cartography money for scanning anything. If you choose to, you can actually scan anything you want. I've got my name well over like 100 systems and planets just by honking and scanning a few. And I've made probably about 15 million. A buddy of mine already made probably about 60 or 70 million, and he scanned quite a bit. It's pretty cool. Colonia is about 25,000 or so light years from Sol. I've made the mistake of actually not upgrading my FSD as much as I should have. I'm in an ASP Explorer that has pretty high grade everything else, but for some reason my dumbass skimped on a better FSD, and I'm jumping 23 light years apiece, and it's proving to actually take a long time. I've been at this since the 4th, probably about anywhere from 4 to 12 hours a day, in sessions, not all at once. I just can't do it. I don't want to go crazy. There's a couple times that I almost lost my ship because I just wasn't paying attention or I was tired. It's what a lot of people warn about when you make these long trips, is that the monotony of it can get so just like irritating, and it makes you tired. So I try to make a thing out of it, scan a little bit, maybe, scan some of the stars, take some screenshots along the way. I decided, though, that after I hit the 3rd station, which is Sacagawea Spaceport, all of these are located in nebulas, by the way, but they're all planetary bases as well, so if you suck at landing on a planet, you better get good at it if you want to do that. Once you get out to Colonia, there are not going to be a lot of players on the PS4. Personally, I only know of one who's there right now. He's a friend of mine. We were all going there together. There's actually 3 of us. The other guy's working a lot currently. I don't think he'll be there for another few days, unfortunately. On the other hand, I have the next couple days off, and I'm gonna see what it's like out there. Apparently it's really beautiful. There's a lot of mining to do, regular missions, not a whole lot of combat, so if you're looking for combat, you're not really gonna find it out there as much as you would want. You can make money off of it, though, if you wanted, but not similar combat missions as there are inside the bubble. Currently, right now, I don't even think there's a power or any powers out there. It's just some minor factions, and some minor factions that are applying to get moved out there. Should be fun. I'm ready to probably gonna sell this ship once I get out there and make a ship for mining, and transfer a lot of my modules over, get everything out there that I can, and start making some money mining, and actually help to start something new in this game for PS4 players. If we can get out there and actually have a second bubble, that means, you know, we're gonna have a different place, you know, like for new players to experience, you know, trading or, you know, a different aspect of the game, because it is a commitment to get out to Colonia. If you want to get there just to see it, that's great too, but if you're gonna come out here, you should stay for a while and try to help out. Everything that you do in the game influences some other aspect of the game, for better or for worse. You know, you don't have to come out here to do good. Fuck it, if you're a pirate, you want to come out here and fucking kill people on their way, you know, do it. This is your game. You play it how you want. And I think that would be hilarious. I'd be pissed, because I don't even have any weapons, so I'd just be straight running from you, dropping chaff and trying to get away. I'm an expert at evading interdictions, though, so, you know, don't even try me. Fuck you up once I find you again. But, it'd be great, you know, if there was a huge community effort on the PC, that a lot of the PC players, for a community goal, would start hauling out supplies and materials out there, and, you know, once they hit that goal, the outposts were born. And now Colonia, at one point a few months ago, there's not fuck all to do out there except, you know, the sites and haul things back and forth. Now there's a lot. There's full spaceports. You know, you can buy ships out there. I think the highest tier modules currently are up to B. That could be different. B's not too bad, not terrible for what you probably want to do out there. But if you're looking to be around people and play with wingmates and stuff like that, you know, you might want to wait a few months for people to start coming out here. I'm sure people don't really want to do this. You know, they want to play the game. This took me days to do. Days. Hours. I want to go do something else, but I've made a commitment to do this thing, so I'm going to do it. I'm probably going to take a break after I get there. Probably not. I've learned a lot about this game on the way too, because I've had a lot of time to read about it while I'm flying in between everything. Yeah. Would recommend for anybody who's traveling long distances to buy themselves the auto field repair module. Is that what it's called? Might have called it the wrong thing. Auto field maintenance unit. This will repair your modules if they become damaged and start working improperly. For instance, if your power distributor takes too many hits, you're going to have problems with your thrusters or your weapons. Just really weird, actually very strange things start to happen when your power distributor can't distribute enough power to any of your modules, so it starts to like act funny and like it starts to like get a mind of its own. It's really crazy. You know, for instance, if you're taking the Neutron Star Highway, which is a whole different type of gameplay because you gotta really be ballsy and be aware of what you're doing, because you kill yourself pretty quickly doing that stuff, but you get a huge boost on your jump range. I go from 23 to 99, almost 100 sometimes, and that gives you one huge boost. I did that for about the first third of my trip before I realized that it's not very efficient in the current ship that I'm in. It is better for engineered ships and ships that have a better boost range anyway starting out. I recommend, if you're going to do this, to at least have a jump range of 30. At the very least. It'll still take you a couple days. I'm talking like actual 24 hours, maybe 48 hours total of straight jumping, not scanning anything, and just going, scooping and jumping. That's it. That's all you're going to do. Dodging stars. Be fun though. FSDs though, there's a website that you can go to. I won't give it out on this, but you can Google neutron star highway, and it'll probably bring up a Reddit post or a link to a Reddit post or the link to the website, and basically just input your starting system, input where you want to go, then you put in your jump range and how efficient you want the route to be, i.e. like how far it will deviate from a straight path in order to get you to your destination. And it will plot a route for you. And on the web app you will have a list of systems. This is why I find it to be less efficient. It probably works really well for people on on the PC, but on the Ps4, unless you have a keyboard hooked up, it will be hard for you. Using the controller to type out some of these systems are long letters and numbers, dashes, characters mixed together, and it's kind of a pain, and it takes a long time. Probably lose about, 20 to 30 seconds typing out some of these things, and then, you have to fly into the system, and then you have to immediately input the next one, and then you gotta input it every single time. And sometimes these require you to look at the galaxy map hundreds of times, and honestly I don't want to do that. I ended up going faster once I just plotted the route in 1,000 light-year blocks myself, and put it on the fastest jump range, and made sure that I had only scoopable stars plotted, and I ended up going a lot faster. But I'm sure somebody could beat me. I think the record is 5,000 light years and 90 minutes, and that's pretty far. Pretty fucking far. Really fast. Yeah, I am furthest away from one of my friends is nearly 18,000 light years away from me, which should be pretty awesome. I wonder if they see that and they look at it, they're like, holy shit, where is this guy? One of the main reasons why I'm streaming this is because I want to document, just in case nobody else has actually made it. I'm going to be one of the first people. Who actually get out to Colonia on the PlayStation 4. I'm not gonna get any prize or anything like that, but hey, it's always nice to be first. Oh my god! Ugh.
Fuse cooking. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Fuck.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Alright, I think I'm gonna take a quick break here. Keep the stream going. I'm just gonna head over there and be back about 10-15 minutes. Alright, alright.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
¿Qué pasó? What's up? Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, can you hear me? Cool. That's all I'm doing. Cool. I'm about 17, 18,000 light years outside the bubble.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, well, I understand that. I can help you answer any questions you got or anything like that.
Fuel scooping complete.
Uh-oh, got another spam call. Let's see what this one is. Yes, hello? Oh my god, I don't have a car, and I don't have an extended warranty on my car. No shit. Oh my god. Oh shit.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's fine.
4, 3, 2, 1.
By all means, I'll point you in a good direction here. Hold on. You missed some of the prettiest shit. This is... I'm actually pretty close to my destination here. But, I don't know. Look at the, galaxy map, if you can. And, type in, you know how to search for a system? Or the galaxy map, not the system one. That's different. Yeah. And to search for something, you're gonna just press R1 to get to the next tab on it, and it'll let you search for something. That's how you're gonna like basically find everything that you're looking for. And some of the stuff you're gonna have to type in a lot of stuff. Or, you know, if you're in the relative area, you can just click on one of the little blue dots. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna type in Colonia, like C-O-L-O-N-I-A, Colonia, and that's where we're headed. Yeah. And that's about, I don't know how far we are. About 4,000 light years from where I'm at. Maybe a little bit less than that. And it's 25,000 light years from where everybody starts. So it's taken me quite a few days actually to get here. From where I'm at right now to Colonia, probably more like 200 or 300. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, man, it's pretty far away. Basically, it's where everybody starts at. If you're still in the map, if you type in Sol, S-O-L, that's where basically the air, like where everybody starts at in the game. That is like any neighboring system is anywhere from like one jump to like a couple of jumps. Well, that little area is called the bubble. That's where everybody's at. Yeah, that's the bubble. And Colonia is an up and coming second bubble. Yeah. That's where I'm going. Yeah, I'm going there for the first time, checking it out. Not a lot of people out there. Yeah, you're actually gonna need a lot of different things. You don't have to have like the best ship to do it, but I have an Asp Explorer, which is one of like the better exploring ships. What you need is a really good jump drive, frame shift drive. You need a pretty good fuel scoop. Fuel scoop's not like entirely important, but you need one. You have to have one. It doesn't matter if it's the best one or the worst one. You need to have it because there's nowhere to park out here. There's nowhere to refuel. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. There are actually some stations on the way to Colonia, but they're about 2,000 or 3,000 light years apart from each other. So you need to be able to plan it out right. But having a better jump drive, I made the mistake of not actually getting the best one that I could at the time. So I can only jump about 20 light years, 23 light years. And it's taken me a lot longer. I could have probably cut it down 200 or 300 jumps. I might have already been there by now, to be honest with you. Been at it for like 4 or 5 days now, since the 3rd. I've been doing it all week. $300 jumps? No. Okay. So from Sol to Colonia, it's 25,000 light years, right? About 1,000 light years for me is about 48 jumps. Yeah. So it really depends on you. What is that? 25,000 divided by 48, roughly 520 jumps. But that's not accurate, really. That number, I mean, it goes in 520 times, but that doesn't mean that that's going to happen, because in order to do it properly, there's a bunch of different stars, but only certain stars that you can scoop from. So you have to filter out your map to only filter these certain stars, and from there, yeah, then you can plot your route out, so you don't end up dead in the water with no fuel in the middle of nowhere where nobody can save you. That probably, I'm probably closer to about 700 or 800 jumps in total. So from here to Colonia, I think I'm at my last like 200. I think probably a little less than that, maybe like 150. But I should be there in like the next hour and a half or two, if I just keep going. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuel scooping.
Mm-hmm. It's like calling AAA. Yeah. Yeah, they do it for free too, but you have to listen to like a lecture. Well, they teach you about fuel management and how to do it properly, so it doesn't happen again. But they'll come out to you within reason, and they'll be there pretty fast too. They won't come to me. They won't come out to me. I'm too far. Like, yeah. I only have 25 minutes of life support, so if I run out of fuel, I have 25 minutes to get somewhere, or they got 25 minutes to get to me. So yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
I understand. I just like having somebody around because it gets boring after a while, and I got a friend that's already out there waiting for me, but I have multi-crew ship, so if you ever want to, like, if I have another one and you want to check out Colonia, you can always. Holy shit, that's a fucking white dwarf. My ship just like stopped. These things are dangerous. They are really similar to like neutron stars, but they put out a lot of heat really fast, so it's kind of dangerous to scoop from them. I just jumped from 57 to 60% heat, and it goes up, yeah, by about 2%, 3%. They're dangerous. I have them in there just because they're really pretty. I like taking pictures of them. Yeah. Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, near the end of it, they flew into, yeah, the guy, like, dropped off his ship into the black hole. Yeah. Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
I don't know what happens in this game. Yeah, there's a video on YouTube, some guy flying into it. I'm not sure. I haven't watched it, but I know that it damages your ship a little bit. I don't know what exactly happens, but there's black holes all over the place in this game. All over. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. He's awesome. There's 4 here, I think. There's one off in the distance to the left of the ship. Let's see if I can find a neutron. Oh yeah. Yeah, people have specifically like switched over. Like I know some people that came from Xbox just to play this on PS4. It just looks better apparently, and it performs better. But yeah, they have tons of support for this. I mean, I'm part of a Discord group right now. There's plenty of people. Yeah. I got the full game. Yeah. Oh, I just put a helmet on him. He's customized, but yeah. Can't multi-crew without the full game, by the way. Maybe. This. So, I know about Star Citizen. I've never played it, but I heard a comparison basically is there's three games right now that are currently pretty much the same. There's this game, there's Elite Dangerous, and there's No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is really pretty and arcadey and kind of like just like the Minecraft of these space games. Then there is Star Citizen, which is basically a shooter. That's really all it is. It's arcadey shooter. And this is a simulator. Yeah. So, yeah, if they do add it, because right now you can't, there are planets with an atmosphere, but you can't land on them. So, if I think that they're going to add in walking at some point, then they should be able to, it has to be in an atmospheric planet, I think. And, they'll have to, I don't know. It'll be cool, but I don't know what you would do. I mean, really, it's more of like a space simulation, and walking around on planets kind of, I think, would ruin certain things for people. Shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it is. This is Super Cruise. I'm about to jump out. So now we making, like, I'm not sure if you actually get money for what I'm scanning, or if you actually. Yeah. We'll try it here in a second. I'm not sure if you get it or not. Alright, it should pop up in the top right when I scan. I'm scanning the sun right here, so... I think we actually get... I think we get dividends on it, I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so he was probably just honking when he come in, and he's not actually scanning everything. It's like, I haven't been doing that, but you can make a lot of money doing it, but it seems like only here there's only asteroids and like, but I'm actually looking for a neutron star. Let's see if I can. Yeah, so if you're going to do it in the bubble, you're going to want to sell the information to the faction that you want to support. Yeah. Here, the information that I'm selling is going purely towards the colonial guys for Colonia. No, it's just a minor faction. It's not really. I don't really mess around with the factions right now, but because it's kind of pointless out here. But eventually, it'll be worth something. They're working on getting the major powers out to Colonia eventually. What the fuck? Why do you mean it can't find... So there's like a huge database of information that you can look at as far as like planets and all that, and this website, no one's discovered this system before, so we'll go ahead and scan everything here. And you might... I don't know if you'll get your name on it, but I've got my name on plenty of shit, so... Yep, my name will be on... You'll get money for it, but my name should be... I think my name will pop up on it. Yeah. But you get a bonus if you find something, like the highest ones are like high metal content worlds, pristine, or water worlds, earth-like worlds, and then there's terraformable versions of those, and terraformable versions pay out the most. And then you get a bonus on top of that if you get a detailed scan of it, and then you get a bonus on top of that if you're the first person to actually discover it. So you can make a shit ton of money doing discovery alone, and there's a website that you can go to actually plot out a profitable exploration trip, and it only puts you out about 200 light years outside of the bubble and takes you only to systems that have these planets in it. And I want to say in like, I don't know, 5-6 million an hour, maybe more than that. If you, I know somebody who did it. They did about 200 planets and made about 280 million. Took probably about a day and a half, but it's boring, and like that's not really what this game is about. But that's how I made the money to make this trip. I did that and bounties and stuff for a little while, and made a decent amount. Yeah. I played that for a little while and couldn't really get into it. It was too complex for me. Right, yeah. And you don't have to spend your real fucking money on ships, so... I know in Star Citizen you can do that. You can buy your own ship. Yeah, I remember when they announced that game, somebody on Kickstarter paid about 20 grand to get a unique ship. And it was like 3 or 4 years before the game actually came out. There was no like gameplay footage. There was nothing. Like, it was just a name and a concept, and the guy paid $20,000 for a ship. Paid $20,000, didn't even know if the game was actually going to release or not. No, that's what I was talking about. Like, in Star Citizen, yeah. Some dude actually paid like 20 grand for it. It was like 5-6 years ago when the game was announced. I bet it was like an investor in the company or something. Yeah. So if you're ever flying towards a planet, they have gravity, and you'll start to speed up when you're in super cruise. And it's not like, as I was approaching the planet that we just passed, I actually started to go really fast, and I didn't want to. And if that happens, you go up or down. Like right now, I'm speeding up really fast. I'm speeding up because I'm getting stuck in the gravity of this planet. And you start to build momentum as well. If that happens and you can't slow down, just pull up or pull down and just go straight up, and you'll slow down. But the sweet spot is 6 seconds, and then you throttle down to about 75% throttle, and you won't speed up anymore. It's just you're getting stuck in it. You can slingshot yourself if you try, but it's like if I can zoom right past this planet here and just like I'll slingshot out of it, and then you just kind of like I almost quadrupled my speed doing it, and then it slows back down as it pulls you towards it. Yeah, you'll see a timer that's like your estimated time of arrival when you select a planet. And there's a binding that you can do in the control options to bind your throttle to 75%. Make sure it's not the negative 75%, because that actually does reverse thrusters. Right when you hit 6 seconds, you throttle and you hit that button, and you'll just maintain your distance pretty much. Yeah, you decelerate down to about 75%, and you won't speed up any further. Because the ship's also gradually just building speed as you're traveling. It doesn't matter if you're near planets or not. It's just slowly going faster and faster and faster. Yeah. And you're trying to decelerate, and it's not. It's just going faster. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. It's hard. It took me a minute to learn how to do it, and then as soon as you get down there and you have about 4,000 credits, just buy yourself a standard docking computer, and it'll dock for you. Standard docking computer. Yeah, like if you have problem docking, or you just don't want to, you just like get it. I just don't be afraid to get it. Just get it. Like, it's stupid not to have it, because sometimes, like, if you're gonna go land on an actual planet, there's high gravity and low gravity and no gravity ones. And if you start flying into a high gravity and you don't really realize it, you'll slam right into the ground, like, and you'll blow your ship up. And that happened to me once, and I was pissed. I was like, why am I not slowing down? I was like literally flying as fast as the ship could go, and I just smacked the ground. I couldn't pull up or anything. It was, yeah, it was funny. Yeah, it's worth it. It's cool too, because it plays like classical music when it's doing it. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I think that was everything. Yeah, the rest are just like asteroids. Yeah, you don't really get anything for scanning asteroids, so I never really do. Ideally, these were all icy bodies, so I didn't get anything from doing them barely. But my name's on them, so that's a plus. That's what makes up for how little you get paid, and eventually somebody will come out here and see my name, maybe. But I was actually trying to find a neutron star, but this website doesn't know where we're at. So, yeah. I'm not really in charted space. I went around it. So, it'll be, I just can't wait to get there. I'm just, like, I'm all week. It's taken me a week of, like, yeah. Yeah.
Fuel scooping.
What's cool is how the scenery has changed as I've traveled. At one point there was nothing. It was all just blackness because I was in between the arms of the galaxy, and there was just nothing around me. And this giant cluster of stars that's like in front of us right now, I remember when it was literally just like a tiny speck. Yeah, and it's just slowly been getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and like I've been able to see like constellations form and disappear around me, and I've been inside of some nebulas and like seen some crazy systems that had like a star with a neutron star literally right next to it, and then 4 other stars around it, and it's just like deadly. And but it's really cool. I got a picture of that one, but I had to be really far away for it.
Fuel scooping.
What's cool too is if you're multi-crew, you get control of my secondary modules, which is basically don't use them. But I have a chaff launcher and heat sinks and stuff, and those are really good for traveling because I don't have any weapons on here at all, like nothing. I have no weapons. So if I get attacked, I'm purely defensive, trying to get away from somebody. So the chaff launcher helps that, and you can go into silent running too, which gets rid of your signal altogether, and you pop a heat sink because they just can't target you anymore, and you can get away and jump away like that. It's also a good idea, you can, if you're traveling like long distances and you're not going to be able to repair, to get a what's it called, a auto field maintenance unit, and it'll repair your modules for you.
Frameshift drive charging.
And yeah. Yeah, auto field maintenance unit. It's called an AFM, I think. And there's different kinds that they just have a higher repair threshold, meaning you'll just be able to repair more things. Or mine only has like can repair a certain amount, so I use it sparingly when I need to. But if I do this right, I shouldn't ever really need to repair. But if you're doing like neutron stars, every time you hit a neutron star, it charges your frameshift drive, so you can jump, even further. I go from jumping 25 light years to 100 light years when I do it, but it damages your ship every time you go in there. So eventually, after doing enough of it, your frameshift drive might actually not work anymore, and if you damage certain things like your power distributor or your modules start acting funny, your thrusters will start like firing off at weird times, and your modules could start firing off. They will just stop working. They'll break, and you'll have to actually go into the modules list and start turning things off so you get power to the things you need. It's crazy. I've had some like crazy things happen to me when I like, not just on this trip, but like my first like week of playing. I had I was playing with a friend of mine, and he got into a dogfight with another player, and I went to go help him. Somehow the guy took my shields down and managed to just, I was at full hull, everything, he shot out my thrusters, and it just stopped working, and I started spinning, and I couldn't stop it, and I was just flying away like and it was really cool. Like I was like, holy shit, like I didn't know this could happen. I had no idea what to do. He couldn't help me because he was busy with that guy, and then once he finally killed him, he like came over to me, and he was like, I don't know how to help you. And I was like on Google trying to figure it out, and I learned this really cool thing. There's this options in the functions menu, which is the right side of the touchpad. It's called reboot repair, and it'll turn everything off, and it'll try to reboot all your modules, and it'll try to repair them just to get them to work barely. It might actually turn off other things. I did that like 5 or 6 times, and it stopped me from spinning, and it leveled me out, but I couldn't get the thrusters to come back online, and I just kept doing it over and over and over again, and I ended up losing the ship. I just blew it up. It sucked. No, if say something breaks, like whatever breaks, once you get back to a station, you can repair it, and yeah, that's it. You know, I had to find a way to get back to the station, but I couldn't. But like as you buy a ship, other than the starting Sidewinder, with no module upgrades on it at all. Like my ship right now costs 701,000 credits to insure, so if I lose it, I have to pay up 700,000 credits just to get the same ship back. But this cost me like 16 million to kit out. This one costs 6 million, I think, roundabout. But there's other ships that cost way less. This one's just good for what I'm doing. But there's also like a system in place too that you can get loans if you lose your ship. But they're not 100%, and you don't always get the loan, and you can't rely on them, and eventually like you have to actually pay the loan back too. And so don't do that. General rule of thumb is to always have at least like 5 times the rebuy cost. Yeah. But you don't need that. As long as you can cover the rebuy cost of the ship, then it's worth flying out of the station. But if you can't do that, go get a shitty ship and make sure that you can pay for it. Yeah, it's near the bottom, but I don't think you can see it when we're... I just don't think we can do it. I can't do it in multi-crew, I don't think. Yeah, there's no option for it, but it's near the bottom of the menu, and it's just cool. There's like a lot of little like hidden features in this that you can find. You can turn off like crimes against me, which is cool, and like if another player shoots you, the police won't be alerted to it, so you guys can actually duel each other. There's all kinds of cool little stuff. Yeah. If you end up really enjoying it, I'd recommend getting a Thrustmaster joystick. That's what a lot of people tell me is fun. Yeah, they make a joystick and a throttle control. They even have paddles that you can get. Yeah, I think it's a Thrustmaster HOTAS. It has to be the one. There's only one that works for the PS4. I can't remember the exact model of it, but it's like 50 to 80 bucks. I can't remember. Something like that. And I think the paddles are like another $80. Nah, it's pretty cheap. There's better ones that you can get for the PC, but right now there's only the one that works on the PS4. It's a Thrustmaster fucking... God, I can never remember the model number. I want to get one eventually, but... So it has a bunch of buttons on it. I think like 16, if I'm not mistaken, buttons that you can program. So it makes actually this game a little bit easier because you don't have all the key binding shortcuts and shit on your controller. Another little thing too is if you like combat, or even if you don't like combat, just learn how to fly with flight assist off, because that's when you actually learn how to fly in no gravity. Is I'll do it here in a second, and you'll see what happens. So here I have flight assist on, and basically like the thrusters keep my ship. When I want to point in a direction, I go in that direction, but the ship actually goes in that direction. When you turn flight assist off, which I just did, I can actually point the ship up, I believe. I can't be in Super Cruise, but hold on, that's alternate controls. Hold on. Here, I'll slow down and show you. Imagine moving forward, but being able to look at any direction in a sphere while you're moving forward, or backwards, or in any angle that you want. So that's when actually you'd be able to turn off flight assist while somebody's fighting you from behind, keep moving forward, and turn your ship around 180 degrees and fight the person behind you as you're moving the other direction.
Ready to engage.
Right. Alright,
Flight assist off.
yeah. So right now, we're still heading in the same direction, but I've turned the ship around. Yeah. And you have to control the thrusters yourself, so there's a lot of, like, it's really interesting. It's weird to get used to, but it actually makes flying significantly easier. But it turns off your thrusters. Like, you can't move forward or backwards with this, like this. So if you actually need to get out of it, you have to turn flight assist back on, and then you boost out of it. It's really difficult to do with the controller, so I don't even mess with it. If you have a joystick, though, it's basically the only way you should fly, is what I've been told.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think you can mount it, but you can have it in your lap if you want. I think it's like an 8-foot cord or something like that. No, it hooks together. The the throttle control and the joystick, they hook together. I think it's probably about like 1.5 feet long. You can sit it right on your lap. That's what my friend said that he does. But he said he was actually planning on getting the paddles, and he was going to mount them near a desk and mount the thrust control, the joystick to his desk, and go full on hardcore mode. I know that some people that only play this game like that in VR, and yeah. Yeah, I was reading that too, but they haven't said anything about it. I mean, I don't even think they have Pro. They don't even have Pro. I mean, they have it on the Pro, but there's only a couple of extra options. Yep. Just one. Well, I mean, yeah. I got 2 seats in it. Mm-hmm.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, it's pretty. It is great. There's so much to be seen too that people still haven't seen.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've always had a fascination with exploration, and I think that has something to do with. I'm related to Clark from Lewis and Clark. It's my yeah, he's my yeah, the Clark. I think so. I guess so. It's like, you know, there's not much left to like explore in the world, so. But yeah, William Clark. It's like a distant relative of mine.
Frameshift drive charging.
So is Betsy Ross as well, apparently. Yeah, Betsy Ross, William Clark, and fucking Fay Ray, the chicken, King Kong, the original King Kong, the woman. Yeah, she's my, she's my great aunt. Apparently I do. I don't know. I don't get any money from it or anything, so I don't really care. Yeah. And you know that my ancestors raped Indians and shit, it's not really good on a resume either.
Fuel skipping.
Cool. Yeah. Also, when you fuel scoop, I get a little bit closer. You don't actually have to keep flying. You can park it right next to it. You just don't want to get too close. Make sure your ship's actually stopped. Yeah, I think I picked it up. Yeah, I've never been in the passenger seat, so I don't even know what you can see. What's cool too is if you're in the camera mode, you can the camera suite. There you go. If you press left or right on the D-pad, it'll give you different angles, and you can see. Oh yeah, cool. I just wish it showed like the joystick moving and stuff. That'd be cool. Yeah, all the paint's all scratched on it too. I think it's the Asp Explorer. Something like that. Something crazy. Well, there's a wait, did I tell you about the Road to Riches, that website? I think I told you about that. There's there's a website you can go to that'll basically take all the known terraformable worlds and plot you a route that will take you to each one of these, and you can make like a crazy amount of money doing it. But a lot of people think that's cheating because it's information that you otherwise wouldn't have yourself. I mean, it's there for your taking. I mean, the database exists for anybody to look at, but somebody created a program that manipulates the data and comes up with an algorithm to fucking plot a route for you, so you follow it. Yeah, no, you have no advantage over anybody because everybody has access to it. Everybody can use it. Everybody can do it. If anything, it's an exploit of a system, but you can make hundreds of millions doing it, and you can make 100 million a day doing that, but it's boring. And you just jump to a system, you look for one planet, you scan one planet, and then you jump to the next system. You scan one planet or two planets. Nope, you just scan them. You don't have to land on anything. And you're just scanning like Earth-like worlds and terraformable stuff, and you just get shit tons of money. And or you can do resource extraction sites and do combat missions there and shoot down bounties, basically bounty hunting. But if you like exploring and you want to make money doing something similar, like passenger missions are, they tend to take you all over the place, and you get to see all kinds of stuff. Like sightseeing missions will take you to cool planets that you have to land on, or go to like tourist locations, pretty much. It's pretty cool stuff. Maybe? I know that there's passenger missions. I think sometimes there's community goals where you can do exploration and you turn in data that way. No, it's like a courier. You're like a fucking bus driver basically, and you're picking up. You'll pick people up at a station, and they want to either go to one place, or they'll want to go on like a sightseeing tour all over the place, and you'll take them to like 5 or 6 different systems and show them planets in there, and those pay out a lot of money, like millions, but they take a long time. No, I don't think you can do it in the Sidewinder. You need a well, you probably could, but some of the missions require you to take more than 1 or 2 passengers, so you need a big cabin, a passenger cabin, to do those. And there's like, I don't know. They were cool. They were just. I don't know, there's other ones. There's like some people that you pick up are criminals, and if you get scanned, you can get shot down. And so you have to, you're smuggling people at that point, which is fun for some people. I don't like the risk of having to silent run into a station and make sure I don't get scanned. And, it's like if you fucking lose connection or lag even a little bit, you end up dying. If I lose connection out here, I'm not going to run into anything because there isn't anything out here. It's not the name of it. It's a weird website. If you Google Road to Riches, it'll bring up a Reddit link, and he posted the website somewhere on there. Yeah, and basically you just type in your starting system, and I think like there's a couple of other like values that you have to enter, and then it plots a route for you up to 200 light years out. Right, and then you have to manually enter each system when you do it. And it takes a long time. I don't like doing it personally because you have to use your fucking controller to type in, and even if you did have a keyboard, you still have to look at another screen while you're doing it, it just works better on the PC because you can copy and paste. So I use my phone for it, and it just sucks sometimes. It's like, even if you have second screen, like you can use an app to use second screen, you can still copy and paste that way, but it just takes a long time. There's another website that'll help you plot a route using neutron stars so you can travel faster. That one's pretty cool. There's a couple of different websites that do the exact same thing, and basically you can enter in where you're at, the thing that you're looking for, be it a ship, a module, an engineer, a fucking commodity, or anything like that, and it'll tell you the closest system to you that you can get it. It'll tell you everywhere that you can get it, but it'll at least list the closest to you in order. That's really useful for new people, because like if you want a specific ship, there's nothing in the game that's going to tell you how to do that and how to find it. There's like, you can look at trade routes on there. You can filter out in the galaxy map in game. You can figure out other things, but as far as finding like modules and ships, you either have to look for it yourself or you have to use that website. Well, the shipyard is part of the station. At every single station, most of the time, there's a shipyard. But each shipyard isn't going to have the same ships in it. Right. And some of them are reputation locked as well through the Federation and the Empire, too. So it's like, depending on what you want, you know, or what you need, I recommend, like, for you just starting out, is to, like, make your first, like, 500,000 credits and buy yourself, like, a Cobra or a Diamondback Scout. Those are fun. They're kind of fast. They're like a good, like, multi-role ship. And you can get a passenger cabin in there as well. They're good for fighting. They're good for doing literally anything, like low-level stuff. Diamondback Diamondback Scout, or the yeah, that one's good. The Cobras are good. The Vipers are good. Vulture's expensive, and it's mainly for combat, from what I've been told. I haven't flown one, though. If you want to do passenger missions or cargo stuff, I would recommend getting, like, a Dolphin. It's a big-ass fucking white cruise liner looking thing. It looks like a space bus. Those are cool. Yeah. He's trying to call you in the game? No. You can... you should be able to just answer it and it'll cut off comms with me. Square up on the D-pad, and then it should, like... should find it somewhere. Oh. Yeah. I almost bought a two-seater, but they go so slow. My God. Oops.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Fuel skipping.
No!
Warning, temperature critical. Incoming hail.
I don't know what the fuck just happened. I got too close. Yeah. Almost died. Oh, you can do 3 people. I didn't know you could talk to 3 people. That's cool. Cool. A book and like a guide to this game? I would read, go watch Obsidian Ant's videos on YouTube for the PS4, or like any of them. But Obsidian Ant has some of the best like YouTube guides out there. I would also say just do all the training and do all the watch like the training videos, and yeah. That's about it. Everything else you kind of have to just like learn, but I can answer questions too if you have anything. I know a decent amount. I don't know everything, but
Frameshift drive charging.
fuck. No. So too, like if you end up popping out a super cruise too fast to a star, your heat'll spike really fast and then it'll drop back down. But you have to escape through super cruise, and a little blip will show up, your little escape vector. But as you're charging super cruise to get out, your heat steadily rises because you're too close to the star. And if it gets over 100%, you start taking module and hull damage. So you have to know exactly where the escape vector is at, so you can get out without fucking your ship up, or drop a heat sink and just go as fast as you can away from the star.
Frameshift drive charging.
What happens? Some stars, like their corona, is how you scoop it, and it's deceiving how close you are. Different stars have different amounts of heat and gravity, and some of them you can't scoop from either. Let's see. Hold on, I'm gonna invite you guys to like an actual party, so I can. Voice comms in this game suck. 'Cause I can barely hear Reno. It sounds like it's like on a CB radio from 1970s. So give me a second. shit, what is that guy's name? Shingo. Yeah, yeah, I'll pick him up. Yep. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it was just like too much like static sounding. It's really weird. Yeah. All right. I sent it to him. He's probably busy.
Frameshift drive charging.
Hey, you're back. Your friend never came. I sent him a second one, and he didn't come. So you could message him or something, I guess. Tell him I don't bite. Cool.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
View scoping. View scope disengaged.
Almost there.
Frameshift
Really, really close now. Let's actually see. See if I can plot a loot. Plot a loot. Plot a route. No, 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 wrong button. Wrong button. 3,318 light years away. It's not too bad. Considering it's, yeah, how far I've gone. Too close. Okay. Fuel up. And thankfully, there's much better scoops than what I have. So there's something available for the Horizons season pass holders. They're called engineers. Yeah, yeah. And you, yeah. There's 22 of them, and they can upgrade certain aspects of your ship beyond their capabilities. So like, you can get the best frameshift drive in the game. I don't know, let's just say it's like 50, you can jump 50 light years. Well, you can get an engineer who can upgrade your FSD, you know, up even more and more and more and more, so you can jump even further. But you have to complete, I think there's 22, there's only like a handful that are actually known. There's a few of them, quite a few, they're all in the bubble. You have to complete certain things for them to send you an invite to wherever they're located. And then you go to there, and then they're going to ask you for like a couple more things before you can actually start crafting the items. And you have to, like for instance, this one guy, you have to turn in like 50 bounties or something like that. Then he sends you an invite. And then you need to give him 100,000 credits in vouchers and bounties, or bounty vouchers, basically. And then he allows you to start upgrading certain things. From there, you actually need like rare items to do it. So it's like a whole other aspect, like to min-max your ship, basically. You don't have to do it, but if you want to actually, you know, have like the best stuff, that's how you do it, and it takes a while, apparently. Right, yeah. It's also like the power play, which is you can join any one of the powers, and they all have certain bonuses as well as like items that they'll give you, and yeah, you get money every week, but you have to get merits, and the merits will deteriorate over time, and so it's basically like you have to keep doing it to get the bonuses. But one of them you can get like a weapon from. One of them like increases your how much you get for selling exploration data by 200%, which is insane. Yeah, you can turn 500 million into fucking, you know, 200 billion, like, easily doing that. There's other ones that, you know, increase your how much you fuel scoops, your how much adds effects onto your weapons, like increased thermal damage or hull damage or something like that. pretty cool stuff. Those are like, I wish that I had done some of those things, but honestly, I'm not a fan of like farming for RNG items because like it's hard to find that stuff, even if you know where to look for it. And it would have taken forever to get all the upgrades and everything, and then if your ship explodes, then you've lost everything and you have to do it all over again. Two suns. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Oh my god. It's just taking so long. I'm so close. Yeah, roughly. Yeah. That's true. Hmm.